Hey guys, it's Will here. Hopefully you're having a great day today. What if I told you that one stock poised to power the AI revolution of 2025 through its data centers and partnership with StarLink could also get you live trading sessions with me each and every day at market open completely free? Well, the catch here is that it needs to hit $160 by March 20th. Let's break it down. So, we're looking at AMD stock today. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize about AMD stock is that they have consistently beat their earnings. So here's the deal with the promotion we have. So I'm watching the stock closely and I have some calls on AMD, which allows me to run the sale. And if it hits $160 a share by March 20th, so basically, you guys see this trend that's starting to happen with AMD. And you see if they hit $160 a share, and let me stretch it out all the way to March 20th, what that would look like. Basically, this movement that has to happen by March 20th, right there, then I'll make sure that you get lifetime access to StockMate for free. So why $160? Well, let me break it down, guys. This chart here just shows a nice bouncing movement. I have calls set for AMD that will put me well into profit if it does so, which is why I'm able to offer the sale for StockMate. Again, it's that second link down below. I think this would be a really good move, not only for your portfolio, and that's why I share the stock we're going to dive in today, but also for just giving you guys the opportunity to win big if I win big. I like that too. So let's keep it going. We love to run these types of sales. So in the current sale period, that's what it is. Second link down below. Make sure you check the terms as well. They do apply. So let's take a look here at AMD stock. We saw that it recently sold off, continued to sell off after really beating its earnings and actually seeing really positive earnings and growth. What we saw was it was back here in November, right here in the beginning of November. They reported earnings and beat earnings. However, they continued to sell off. And what we see with the trend, it's pretty consistent in going downwards. However, in that downwards momentum that you see, that lowering support and lowering resistance, we also see that they're coming up on this trend that is they've just recently bounced at. So it would make a whole lot of sense to see them continue up, see them bounce. And outside of the technicals, which do look good, you're starting to see this reversal on the MACD, reversal on the RSI, and then seeing that they're pushing up above that EMA, that moving average, is good indication that we will see this reversal happen. But here's kind of why it's big, right? AMD is focusing big time on data centers. And every single company, if you listen to earnings from Apple, from Microsoft, from NVIDIA, all of them were very explicitly sharing with investors that they plan to invest heavily into AI infrastructure in 2025. And who stands to benefit? Well, you got NVIDIA as one of the biggest data centers, and then you also have AMD. So AMD has this I believe it's called EPYC, okay, series. And it positions them, guys, as a key player in the growing cloud and AI markets. They have videos on it. You can look at how they're running, how these chips work. But also in quarter three, right, when we look at outside, that's on their website. But when you look at AMD stock in quarter three, see, we can pull up the financials here. Okay, cool. We got it up. I mean, it looks all green. And data center revenue, when they were in their earnings call, it accounted for 25% of AMD's total revenue. And their total revenue that you can see 6.8 billion. And that's signaling growth. And that data center piece is a large it's a large contributor to their bottom line. And so companies like Amazon, AWS, Microsoft with their Azure division, and then also Google Cloud, they're increasingly going to rely on NVIDIA, but also AMD for high performance chips, thanks to AMD's focus on essentially just making them super good. They're efficient, they're scalable, and in this AI boom, we're going to see that play a key role. The other thing is, if we look on AMD and you just were to search kind of like data centers, and we're not even into the SpaceX stuff, this is cool. If you look at data centers, you'd see AMD data center GPU metal. Let's see, CEO, who was also the CEO of the year according to Time Magazine last year, is now a data center first company. Now, that's huge because their data centers is now 4 times larger in revenue than its gaming sales. And that's where things get interesting because AMD is already very established. They're fairly good established in data centers, but they're also really established over in gaming. And so they have a competitive advantage because they already are manufacturing a lot of chips. They have this AMD, I think it's the MI300 AI accelerator. It aims to carve out a significant share of the market in AI. You can see a lot of their, you can see more about their AI technology here. And they have a lot of technical computing. You can go into advancing AI, generative AI. So they're also collaborating with StarLink. So some of these chips you guys see, I don't know if they have them here. That would be cool if they showed it here. See Supermicro, AWS. But when we look at let's see here. When we look at AMD StarLink, their Versal chips are powering StarLink. And let me see here. I think I even have a photo for you guys of AMD's StarLink chips. They're actually, we just saw a StarLink launch literally, I think it was 3 or 4 days ago. And the constellation was basically driving by or flying right over where I'm staying here, which is so cool. So you guys, you might be able to see basically this line of blue. Let me see if I can pull it up. Can you guys see this line of blue chips? Can you see that? So those are Starlink satellites going through space in a constellation, flying, making their way into orbit. And they're powered by these AMD Versal chips, the AI Edge Gen 2 chips. And this chipset is included in Starlink's and you can see SpaceX recently launched their latest generation broadband satellites powered by these chips. The reason that's big is because that means they have confidence in the long-term tech of AMD. And I don't mean working with AMD for a long time, although that might happen. What I actually mean is that they are going to be doing updates to these Starlink satellites. They're going to be making changes. They're going to want to upgrade the software. And they're going to need chips that are going to be able to support that in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And so they're confident enough to say AMD's chips are that good that we're willing to put them into satellites that we will not be able to touch or mess with for many years from now. And that says a lot about the quality of the company. Now, their margins are also really big. And that's why I almost don't even want to leave the financials, because that's where it becomes such a big deal that AMD has potential. It's because they've consistently beat earnings per share and their revenue. They recently beat it in the last quarter. Their year-over-year 17% revenue, net income's up 157% year-over-year. Operating income's up 220% per year. Yet their stock from the peak of where it was back here in March of last year sold off 50%. And now it's just starting to recover. And so when you have moves like that, essentially what that means is you start to see that there's investors saying there's risk. Maybe Nvidia still holds a big lead in GPUs, which could be proven. But also you could see evidence that AMD is proving that they can compete, winning really big contracts with some of the biggest tech in the world, the biggest tech in the world. And then StarLink. I mean, the success of AMD's StarLink partnership they're going to see more scalability with SpaceX. And so as they expand into data centers, as we saw, as they expand into data centers and they're tackling the AI, the cloud computing, even space technology, there's a lot of opportunities there, and there's going to be challenges from Nvidia for sure. Even Intel is going to be a key factor, and some of these space companies are developing their own chips, like Rocket Lab, which we just covered yesterday. Make sure to subscribe. And so let me know what you guys think about AMD stock down in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you guys would like to watch me trade live at market open each day, and again, get access to that limited time sale for AMD stock hitting $160 by March 20th, StockMate is the second link down below, and I'd love to see you there at market open. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.